So I saw episode 6 of the new Quantum Leap. This episode was called "What a Disaster," and again, I will say this was a much better episode. And I don't know who wrote this episode. There must have been somebody who came up with the concept and the idea that was very solid. This should have been this. Look, if this was supposedly the original pilot, this should have been the pilot, or this should have been the pilot should have been 2 hours like the original one was. Another thing that's really, I knew this was going to happen because it's NBC. I mean, I haven't seen anything with them that I don't watch that show Evil. I don't know if that's on NBC or that's CBS, but I don't know. I just had a feeling they weren't going to do the whole God angle, which the original show did. The original show didn't go. It went into multiple religions. They could have done the same thing in this show, but no. But anyway, this episode was much better. It should have been part 2 of the. If they want to do that shitty pilot with the Hope Diamond that was ridiculous, this should have been the second episode. Like this was like really good. And he should have remembered things. I don't know. Also, the writing is still bad. I think whoever came up with the idea and the concept and a majority of this before it was rewritten by somebody else, because I have a feeling there's probably more than one writer. Because they have to always do the exposition. That's one of the main things that I have a problem with this Quantum Leap is it doesn't feel natural. I was talking to my friend and I told him, I said, one of the main things Quantum Leap did well was get you invested into the people he leapt into and the people that he's trying to help. You see, like most of these episodes, you don't give a shit about any of the people he's trying to help. The only one was the boxer that was decent. This one is much better because you care. Thank God they didn't get the kid in there. He's a terrible actor till the end. But, you would think that he would also try to save the marriage too, because Sam would have done that. Sam would have tried to help save the marriage. And there's also things, again, that they still do here that, unlike the original Quantum Leap, Ben doesn't... He does do this stuff on his own. And I did care about his character in this. But again, he was much better in this episode. He did do some things on his own. Addison did help him. The B storyline, looking for the evil leaper guy, I don't care. Addison needs a change of wardrobe. She doesn't need to be wearing the same jacket every episode, it feels like, because it's the same leather brown jacket. I'm tired of it. Besides that, this was, again, a much better episode. And it looked like it was going to go into a cool exorcism type episode, but I don't know. They're not really talking about that he's doing things for the better, or that he thinks that, or that they think maybe God took him and is putting him to correct mistakes God made. They don't do anything like that. It's the computer and the algorithm, and maybe he's going to go into the future now. And, I don't know, man. I don't care. This evil leaper angle that I thought they were going to do, which they might still be doing, and I don't know. They made a reference to Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg in this episode. That's how pathetic this is. I would like to say, maybe they go into a different dimension. Say like maybe he was trying to go to different dimensions. I'd be, different. Like if he helps these people and he corrects history, does that alter our timeline? Or does that make a new timeline? They should be talking about things like that. But I don't know. I'm done. I'm officially done with the series. I don't know. I might see that Halloween episode, but I don't know. I'm done because this is not the show for me. I don't know who this show is for. I see the ratings did slightly better this episode than all the other episodes previously. They got 2.7. All the other episodes got 2.4, so it's kind of better, but it's just, it's not for me. I don't care. I wait till the 6th episode for me to care about Ben, to actually have feelings for him. Ugh. Same thing happens. Like, I was talking to my friend, and I came up with Jimmy, because that episode's become a meme, where he goes, where Scott Bakula, Sam, sees himself in the mirror and goes, his brother says, Frank goes, Jimmy, if they ask, you're not retarded, you're just slow, or whatever, and he goes, I'm retarded? That's a meme now, right? So I was like, you can even go back to that episode and you could see how you could care about everybody. I told my friend, and he's not a fan of the show, and he watched the episode and he told me, yeah, I can see what you mean. You get a feeling off everybody. Like, you don't like Michael Madsen's character. The brother, you see how much he loves Jimmy, and you see how the wife is kind of a fucking bitch until the end. And you get emotions from every single person in the episode. And even Sam, like, comes up with solves problems on his own. And Al, you get emotions from Al. Why is Al so adamant about him doing this? Oh, it's because he had a sister who had Down syndrome. So, this episode was much better than every other episode. It should have been episode 2. Hey, it got the same rating as episode 2. But I would assume they could have better ratings right now. This show would have better ratings if they did a 1 hour or 2 hour premiere from 9 to 10. Do the pilot of that garbage Hope Diamond and then go right into this episode where you care about him. Not do the B storyline. The B storyline is just a waste. Why are you getting into the Evil Leaper now? I know they started doing that with season 5. They were doing a little bit of B storylines with Al trying to help the people that Sam leapt into in the future, and the Evil Leaper type deal. But that's because Quantum Leap was hurting for ratings because they kept putting it in shitty time slots. Even this one's a shitty time slot. If they really wanted this show to succeed, they wouldn't put it at 10 o'clock at night. They put it at... I guess they can't because all these other networks have all these reality shows that do well with lonely women, suburban women in the world. I don't know. I don't care anymore for this show. This, like I said, was a better episode. Should have been in the beginning. I'm done. I'm not invested enough to continue watching. I don't really care. And that's it. They can do whatever they want. Hopefully, good luck. But my Quantum Leap is with Scott Bakula, Dean Stockwell, 2 magnificent actors. The original story of God taking this scientist and using him to correct the mistakes God made. Or maybe it wasn't that he was trying to correct the mistakes that he made, but that the devil, like they did with the Boogeyman episode, and another Halloween episode, you can watch the original Quantum Leap Boogeyman episode, that the devil was involved. And then the Evil Leaper 2. Like that's just a better show. Even the continuity isn't great with the original Quantum Leap because Ziggy's a man, Ziggy's a woman. Ziggy could have been non-binary. Ziggy was an ego, had his own voice. These people I don't even think they realize this. They probably didn't even. They just give credit to Deborah Pratt and Donald P. Bellisario. They don't fucking give a shit. They don't talk to them. They just get a check and they don't care. Thank God Scott Bakula didn't decide to come back because what they're doing is just preposterous. You got to stick with the theory. You can't just make this guy Ben be an almighty genius, but yet he can't do anything on his own whatsoever until episode 6. And even that, he still needed Addison to help him with he's a doctor. I guess he's not a doctor like Sam. Sam was a genius. Sam was a medical doctor. Sam had a doctor in all these languages. Sam knew karate. Sam knew how to play the piano. Sam was the guitar. Sam was great at everything. Ben is mediocre at everything, but he's a genius too. It's just, I don't care. This is not my Quantum Leap. So if you guys enjoyed Quantum Leap, go ahead, you watch it. Make the ratings go up. Keep watching. Go watch it live. But for me, I'm done. I'm done with Quantum Leap. I will say the next episode looks interesting, an exorcism thing, but I don't know. You're not even talking about God. And who knows, we're going to get a B story. I don't like the B storyline. It's not for me. I'm done. I'm done. Watching it, getting upset. This episode was decent. I wasn't mad. I didn't sigh. But I'm done. I'm done. Because this B storyline garbage and I have no interest in this. But that episode look. You know what? Also, what's the problem? They can't do the blue and then the electricity and the. I don't know. You have all the graphics to do it now. You're doing it so shitty. The leaps look fucking pathetic. Fuck this show. Really, I don't like this show. They just shit on the continuity and the fans. Well, I see Reddit people on Reddit. They like the show. I'm like, you're a bunch of fucking nerds. Eat shit.